We start this video with a classic tale. It's the mid-1600s, Lincolnshire, England, and Isaac Newton is sitting under a certain apple tree in the garden of his Woolsthorpe estate. And you probably know what's going to happen next. It was at this point, whether he knew it yet or not, this small, innocuous moment would go on to shape the very foundations of the modern world as we know it. Following his apple-based clobbering, Newton would finally have the eureka moment needed to finally create the workable theory of gravity. This would be the first step in creating our modern ideas of physics. And it wouldn't have happened if it weren't for that damn tree. Or, that's what the popular story entails. You see, the place where this fruit-based story originates from is sort of through a game of telephone, with Newton telling the story to his niece, who in turn told the story to a fellow physicist, Voltaire, who wrote the story down in his book, Essay on Epic Poetry, in 1727. This story, corroborated by another physicist, who said Newton told him the story directly in his memoirs of Sir Isaac Newton's life from 1752. However, Newton's revelations about gravity are supposed to have happened in the mid-1660s, much earlier than when these accounts were published, and what both of them describe as Newton seeing an apple in his garden fall onto the ground, and not on his head. So what's going on here? The earliest known source, that I could find at least, for Newton's world-changing minor concussion, is a 1791 essay, Poets, Philosophers, and Artists, Made by Accident, by one Isaac D'Israeli, who writes,
"We owe the great discovery of Newton to a very trivial accident. While a student at Cambridge, he had retired during the time of the plague into the country. As he was reading under an apple tree, one of the fruits fell and struck him a smart blow on the head. When he observed the smallness of the apple, he was surprised at the force of the strike. This led him to consider the accelerating motion of falling bodies, from whence he deduced the principle of gravity, and laid the foundation of his philosophy."
And that's as far as we know. Was Newton romanticizing the story as an old man 60 years after it happened? Perhaps, but it feels plausible. And perhaps he saw an apple falling when he was already pondering these questions, and it just seemed to help a bit. Today's scientists seem to prefer the idea that he had immersed himself in the question of gravity over a long period. But regardless, there's one thing tying both of these stories together, that apple tree. So let's focus on that. What is Newton's apple tree? First off, it grows flower of Kent apples, a type commonly used for cooking. Allegedly, the tree was initially planted in the King's School, where Newton was headmaster for some time, before he uprooted it and replanted it in the garden at Woolsthorpe Manor, the Newton family estate. And that's where it's been ever since, being visited by more than 33,000 tourists every year, even after 400-ish years. Not bad for a tree, if you ask me. So you'd assume this to be the end of our plant-based rabbit hole. But here we are. This script is going on for just a little bit longer, as you can probably tell by the runtime, because I have yet to talk about this tree's clones. Basically, this tree, being such an important tree, has had parts of its stem cut off and given to various places and people around the world to create new trees. Since there was no cross-pollination with another tree, the genetic material of these new trees are wholly of that original one in Woolsthorpe Manor. It's a method we've been using in farming for thousands of years now. Today there are dozens of these trees all over the world, so I thought it would be fun to do a little tier list of them. Though, before I start, I need to confess something. I lied earlier. Remember when I said that the tree had been there for 400-ish years? It's not entirely true. You see, one fateful night in 1816, the tree was blown over in a storm. Newton's historic apple tree was reduced to a log on the ground. The tree would eventually regrow out of its original stump after some years, and life goes on. But while this was happening, another tree, created from the remains of the fallen part of the tree, was planted at Belton Park. This tree is called the Belton tree, while the stump-growing one is called the Woolsthorpe tree. So, which tree is the real Isaac Newton tree? It's real Ship of Theseus stuff, if you ask me. What makes this more confusing is is that both produce genetic clones of themselves. So for the sake of this list, I'll mark which tree the tree originates from. And now, without further ado, the tree list. Okay, we're here with the tree list, the salty starcrack crew. And yeah.
So we got our tiers. We got our opponent. We got head knocking. We got tree tastic, and we got extrelent. And then we also, I guess, we have C tier. So let's start the tree list.
Yeah. Okay. First up, we got the National Physical Laboratory in Teddington, England. It has multiple saplings. They sent a couple of them to space too, so that was pretty cool. And yeah.
It was also planted near Bushy House, former residence of King William IV, and it's part of the Woolsthorpe lineage. So
yeah, I mean, just going off of that, I mean, like, it's a pretty sturdy tree. It's like
it's one of the OGs.
It's like, look at it, bro. Like, it's pretty. It's living a good life.
I agree. I feel like this one would just like baseline be at least like head knocking, but I feel like it's very fitting that they launched it into space. So I feel like for this one, we're probably gonna, at least in my opinion, I think that we should start this off with extrelent because like it's so relevant, like being blasted into space, gravity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Next up, we got the Cambridge Trinity College tree. It's the biggest school of Cambridge Trinity College. It's actually where Newton taught. And the tree was gifted by the National Trust in 1954 to honor Newton's links to the university and contributions to science. And it's also part of the Woolsthorpe lineage.
I mean, like, in my opinion, this is like actually deserving of extrelent. Like, it's fitting and like it's planted in a cool spot with a cool background.
Yeah, and yes, it is very fitting. Newton taught here. What more can you really want out of a Newton tree?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to go straight to the top.
For real. Okay, number 3, we got Queen's College, Cambridge. It's not recorded as such, but it's probably a gift from for the quinticentenary celebrations in 1948. That's like 400 years, which is a long time, I guess. It took the place of a walnut tree. They were gonna put another walnut tree there, but then they decided to put an apple tree, because why not? And then it's probably from the Belton lineage. It's not like a clone of the Trinity College one.
What do you think about this one? I got some opinions on this one, but I want to know what you think first.
I think it's like, it does not hold the aura of the Trinity College one. It's like, and it's in front of like a brutalist background. I mean, it's like pretty sturdy. We're gonna go down this list, and there's gonna be some other trees that aren't doing so hot. But like, at least this one's got to be like C tier or head.
I agree. I feel like it's just trying to live up to the legacy of like the actual Newton tree that we just went over, and it's not of the OG Woolsthorpe lineage, and also I feel like it doesn't even have its own thing. It's a replacement for walnut tree. I feel like this one should be C tier.
The Woolsthorpe tree isn't like the Belton tree. They're both like the same tree. They're just like one grew out of the stump and one grew out of like the fallen trunk. But
I see.
Either way, it's still like kind of lame. So C tier.
Yeah, C tier.
Fucking stupid.
Next up, we got the tree in the National Science Learning Center. It's in York Science Park. It's part of the University of York, and the center is focused on advancing the professional development of you'll never guess, but science teachers, and it's also of the Woolsthorpe lineage.
I mean, that one's in like a pretty okay spot. I'd say it's like the same as like the Queen's College one. Like, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, I agree with you. This overall, there's not much going for it, but there's also not much going against it.
Mm-hmm. C tier?
Yeah, C tier.
Yeah, so up next we got MIT. This one's pretty funny because it was given by a guy. It was given by the National Bureau of Standards to an MIT graduate, who then gave it to MIT. So it was like a regift. And it's not actually it's like a clone of the one in the Royal Botanical Garden. But it's still of the Woolsthorpe lineage, but still, yeah. So it's like a regift. And it's like a re-regift, and it's not an original tree.
I feel like, what is this, a clone of a clone?
Yeah.
I feel like that probably knocks it down a tier, at least.
I'd say like low C at least.
Yeah, I fuck with that. Alright, now
we're gonna like see further on, but like on this list, a lot of these trees were like, the way they came to America was they were given to like the Pennsylvania Historical Commission, who gave them to the National Bureau of Standards, who gave them to everyone else for some fucking reason.
Huh.
So.
Alright, now we got the tree at William and Mary College. It was planted near Small Hall
I like that name.
The clippings of this actually come from the MIT tree, and the trees died in 2019 because what probably happened was that they died from a bacterial disease known as fire blight. And this one is also the Woolslip lineage.
Bro, why can't we have like such cool names for human diseases, dude?
Fire blight. I don't know. We need to bring back like cool names, like the Black Death. Yeah, the fire blight, the evil miasma. I don't know, man. Something like that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to the topic at hand.
Our porn.
Yeah. Next.
Monash University in Australia. This is one of 2 of the Newton trees in Australia. Fun fact. It's located in the Kenneth Hunt Garden, and this place has the Australian synchrotron, which it's cool.
Yeah.
It's from the Belton lineage.
The synchrotron is used to produce X-rays, and it's used a lot for studying physics and X-rays and other such things. I feel like being in the same place as like something called the Australian synchrotron, that's already like cool as hell, but it's also related to science. So I can see how this one is quite fitting for the location that it's being placed in.
Yeah, so I'd say like Tree-tastic. We gotta fill in like these 2 tiers a little bit.
Yeah, let's put this in Tree-tastic.
Still cool as fuck. So and it's like also has like a whole pedestal thing going on there.
Yeah, it's in a nice spot, but I don't think it's deserving of Extralent. Mm-hmm. So let's keep it in Tree-tastic. Next, we got the Koishikawa Botanical Garden. It's a garden in Tokyo. It's operated by the University of Tokyo, and it was given to the garden by the National Physics Laboratory of England, and it's also of the Woolslip lineage.
Okay, I mean this one it's given directly from like the OG, someone in Extralent. It's like a clone of a clone, which isn't good, but I don't know. It's just.
I do like that this was. I feel like this is a similar situation to the one we put in C earlier, where it doesn't have much going for it, but there's also not much against it, except for the fact that it's a clone of a clone.
So we'll put in head knocking, right?
Yeah. Next up, we got the Instituto Balsero. It's in Bariloche, Argentina. It teaches physics, nuclear engineering, mechanical engineering, and telecommunications engineering, and also nuclear research. And they received the tree from the Woolslip Estate for National Researchers Day.
This is like the same thing. It's like the Koishikawa one. The Koishikawa. It's like given from an OG. This is like straight from the source.
Yeah, I do like this one, but I feel like it's kind of the same. So I think that we should put it straight into head knocking. It's the same thing,
That's true.
All right, what do we got next?
Beihang University, one of the best universities in China. It's dubbed one of the 7 sons of national defense, and it specializes in like aerospace and aeronautics. It's also the Belton lineage.
I think this one has to go into like at least Tree-tastic, because like that's like a crazy legacy, bro. Like if you were being placed at a university that is called like the 7 Sons of National Defense, I feel like you just kind of like piggyback off the aura of the university. But also I do think that it's quite fitting because the university specializes in aerospace.
That's true. I was gonna say that part more than the national defense part. That's just cool. So what are we saying?
What are we thinking? I'm thinking Tree-tastic.
Alright, I'll go with that. I'll take that.
Yeah. All right, now we got
Loughborough University.
Yep, Loughborough University.
I'm sorry.
UK viewers.
All 2 of you.
Yeah, it's in Loughborough, UK. The university traces roots back to 1909, when the Loughborough Technical Institute was founded in the town centre. It is the first British technical university, and the Woolslip Manor Estate personally gifted cuttings of the tree to the university. What are we thinking?
It's just like the same thing as like Balsero and Koishikawa, in my opinion. It's like they got it. It's like an OG, but there's really nothing special. That tree looks almost dead.
Yeah, I feel like this one has to go in C.
C?
Yeah, I don't think that it's an excellent tree. It's not on the same level as the tree at Koishikawa and Balsero.
Yeah, it doesn't have like the aura. It has the same backstory, but it doesn't have like as cool of a look.
That's why we gotta knock it a tier down. All right, what do we have next?
Korea Institute of Science and Standards. They do all the official meteorology for Korea, and like they're a member of the Conference of Weights and Measures. And it was also gifted by the National Institute of Standards, and yeah, it's another clone of the Royal Botanical Garden tree. So it's like a gift of a clone of a clone. So I don't know, C tier.
Yeah, I was about to say C tier. I'm glad we agreed.
Yeah.
All right, now we got the one at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. It's at Chamberlain Hall, one of the universities, like home to the university's physics department. And like MIT, the tree was re-gifted by U.S. Representative F. James Sensenbrenner, who got it from the National Institute of
Standards?
Yeah, of Standards. And it's a clone of the Royal Botanical Garden Newton tree, which is of the Woolslip.
I'm gonna say C tier again.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like really nothing special. Nebraska University got their cuttings from the University of York, but not like the one we put in like, what was it? I don't even fucking remember, but it's not that one. It's the York in Canada. So it's really nothing special.
Yep.
But it has two of them. It has two, and it's of the Belton lineage.
I do like that it has two, and I do like that it's near the physics department, so I guess that's a point in its favor for being in a fitting location. I feel like just like two is always better than one, so even if this one is a little bit like mid, I would say that we can put it into head knocking, because
That's true.
it is two.
Then we got Keiwa College, which is in Japan. They're like the premier liberal art school, and it's also of the Belton lineage. I'm gonna just say it flat out. This one I think goes in our pouring.
Yeah, I was about to say this one has absolutely nothing going for it. It's at a liberal arts school too. Nothing against liberal arts majors. I love you guys, but like, you know, it's just not very fitting.
It's also like this tree looks like it's about to fucking die.
Yeah.
Just like the William and Mary one. So.
All right, what do we got next? Technical University of Applied Sciences in Wildau. In Wildau, Germany, it was planned to commemorate the 25th anniversary of engineering physics and the 15th anniversary of photonics in 2017. It's of the Wolfstorp lineage. What do you think?
I don't know. It's cool that it says double anniversary, but it's also really nothing special.
I agree. I don't think that it deserves to go into head knocking. I think that we should just keep it at C.
Yeah.
All right, now we got our last one. It's Babson College, so it's in Massachusetts. Actually, this place has 8 Newton trees, and the founders of Babson College were big fans of Newton. It was purchased from the Pennsylvania Historical Commission.
Those are the guys who gifted it to the National Institute of Standards, so they're like one above.
Yeah, and it's of the Wolfstorp lineage. I'm gonna just go out and say this first. I think this one belongs in Extralent. I feel like it's kind of crazy. Like all these other places have one. Even like what university was
Nebraska.
it? Yeah, it was Nebraska.
They have 2, but these guys have 8.
Yeah, that's like 4 times like the goodness, 4 times as much Newton. I feel like this one has to go into Extralent.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say Tree-tastic, but the way you said it, Extralent. But yeah, that's about it. There's like a bunch of other ones we didn't do, but this thing's already like what, 15 minutes long with them.
Yeah, assume these ones are the most relevant and the coolest ones.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
That's it for our tree list.
Now that we've gone through the tree list, let's backtrack to the start and reflect on what we've learned. We are
17 minutes 12 seconds
into this video. Why did we spend so much time on this tree? Especially since there's such a ridiculous amount of them now that they're not anything special. But this tree isn't a golden calf. It symbolizes the origin of modern physics. That's funny though, because the mathematical proof of existence and extent of gravity is cold, intimidating, and, ironic as it sounds, unnatural. This tree isn't. It's a fun contradiction that the thing that represents, to us, the cold and unnatural proof of gravity is represented by something so innately natural as a tree. We celebrate all sorts of natural things, from the orbit of the Earth around the Sun once a year to the birth of various figures in human history. So let's celebrate and commemorate one more in the form of a
18 minutes 33 seconds
long video and a silly tier list. It's the least we can do for the proof of the universe.